Continuing with our series, Economics 101. Most of the economic reports we look at tell us what has already happened, but once in a while we get the opportunity to look at a report that may tell us what's going to happen. Today we have two such reports, the housing starts and building permits. Housing starts represent the number of new residential construction projects that are starting. Building permits are the authorizations for those construction projects. Building permits occur first. That turns into a housing start. That turns into a construction project. And eventually, that turns into a house that's put on the market for sale. We can see our housing starts in blue. This is reported in thousands. Over the past couple of years, it has enjoyed a significant decline to the downside under a high interest rate environment. Certainly not the best climate for the housing market. Taking a look at this year, we can see housing starts are continuing to decline the current month at a 1.2 million rate. That's the lowest low we've seen since July. Building permits, it's the same type of pattern over the past couple of years, moving much lower. The current year shows us a continuous decline until very recently. The current month shows us a 1.493, almost 1.5 million report. That's the best number we've seen since February. We're going to see in just a moment, this is actually a source of maybe some long awaited optimism. Now, housing starts and building permits, they can act as a forward-looking indicator. Take a look at the line in blue, that's building permits over the past couple of years, and in yellow, single-family homes for sale. Now, in early 2022, late 21 actually, building permits, again in blue, started to rise quite rapidly to the upside. That translated later on that year to an increase in single-family homes for sale. Conversely, when building permits turned back down first quarter of 22, that eventually led to a decline in single-family homes for sale in early 23. And then when both lines moved back to the upside, they did so with a pretty close correlation, of course, staggered. Building permits occur first, then the housing starts, then the single-family homes for sale. So what's the market telling us now? It's actually pretty interesting. In blue, those are building permits. In yellow, housing starts. Remember, building permits occur first. And what we're looking at is a moment in time is quite interesting. We normally don't see building permits greater than housing starts, but this is the case. In fact, there's been a couple blips along the road, but the last significant moment that we saw building permits exceed housing starts was January of 22. Yeah, January of 23, that was also the case. And certainly there could be a seasonal factor to this. But if building permits continue to rise, it would be logical to expect housing starts to follow. And then maybe after that, single family home sales would start to rise as well. That is a sign of hope and something we certainly are going to keep an eye on moving forward. As a reminder, this is part of our overall series, Economics 101. Last time we spoke about new home sales, as well as many other significant economic reports that we discuss here. We hope this has been helpful. We look forward to seeing you back soon.